In just the last couple episodes, we've bought a new field, turned it around into the highest yielding field we own, planted oats, cleared the trees and shrubs from another field, and transformed that forest into an amazing looking goat pasture. We even bought another sawmill. But can we still keep the same incredible progress going in this episode? The first thing to do with our new goat pasture is to actually put some goats in it. I'm leasing the mid-sized trailer to move some of our existing goats down into the new pasture. The idea is this. The goats we already own are about to give birth next month. In the game, every goat can give birth. There's not really males and females. So, if we fill up the new pasture halfway, when they give birth, it'll completely fill the new pasture. The new pasture holds 48 goats. So we'll take 12 from each of our 2 existing pastures for a total of 24. They'll reproduce to give us the 48. So that's the plan. The trailer itself has some of the best animations, so I always like using this trailer. We'll get these first 12 and take a look. Yeah, they're nice and cozy, but not packed in uncomfortably. Time for their new home. All unloaded, let's get the next batch. I left good enough space in the paw trigger to get the trailer in there, but one thing that makes it slightly tricky is the trigger itself. It seems to be a little small or close to the barn, which makes this a little finicky, but we got it. 24 goats, soon to be 48. Let's admire our finished product a moment. It looks even better with the goats. It really is a big transformation, and this is what it looked like before we started doing anything. A major change. Yeah, I'm very pleased with how this area turned out, and I like the little working area between the goat barn and the sawmill. The whole area just looks very natural. We've got one more thing to do with it though. We need to give it a bale of grass. Even though it has the meadow grass, and we plan on letting the goats graze on the meadow as much as possible, the game won't really recognize the meadow immediately. It will probably be next month, and we don't want our goats to starve in the meantime. Now I'm thinking about planting more trees, and some of those trees could go right along this fence line, and I could fell them into the grass field. Let's see how close our property line is to this fence. We don't want a problem. We're fine if we plant them from where I'm standing, but you know, I also own all this area straight ahead that's behind the fence. I don't think I've ever even looked back there. Look at this. We got more trees, some of a decent size, and some buildings. This is like a whole hidden area I didn't even realize we owned. Can we cut the trees? Yes. This is very good news. It's a little more wood in the immediate, and we could potentially plant a few more once we clear these out. This is cool. I wish I could remove the buildings, but they're permanent fixtures of the map, and like I've said before, we won't be using any mods that make life too easy to get rid of them. We'll just have to work around them. But this is great. We even own right up to the road. So yeah, we'll be using this area too. Plenty of natural wood for our second sawmill. Now that we've filled up the feeding trough, I'll remove the bale and save what's left over for winter. Okay, what's next? It's time to plant some trees. I'll take the trailer over to the store first because I'm gonna buy several pallets of saplings, probably 4. We don't get the John Deere over in town quite as often also, so I'll get it all repaired and filled with diesel. Now, for the planter and the trees. We'll lease the planter, a reasonable $1,400, and now the saplings. This time, I'm going for a fair bit of variety. We'll start by getting our tried and true lodgepole pines. We'll get 2 pallets of those. We'll get 1 pallet of Maturian red pines. I've always wanted to plant these ever since I saw them. And lastly, we'll get 1 pallet of oaks. That's $4,000 in trees, 80 trees total, and I don't think this trailer looks like it can hook onto the planter in any way. We'll have to come back for it. Let's scoop up our pallets and get them to the farm. Beautiful. We'll park them here, be sure to unstrap, and do a little flipping of the weight. I could use the Deutz-Fahr, but I'll take the John Deere off of front loader duty to do some other kind of farm work. We've got the planter, we're going to put it to good use. We'll pull up here and let it snag whatever pallet it wants off the trailer. We've got oaks. Great. We'll get 10 put in right near our sawmill and hopefully be a nice easy drag to the trigger once they're fully mature, which will only be 2 years. The other 10 go where we were looking earlier. The oaks will go a long way feeding the sawmills after all the natural trees are gone. And we may start being a little desperate for sawmill trees in 2 years. So the timing is perfect. Next are the lodgepole pines. The oaks, we had to give a little space so their branches wouldn't get entangled with each other when we cut them down. But these lodgepole pines are, as their name describes, they're just straight poles of tree, no side branches. So we'll keep jamming in the saplings in here and somehow get in all 40 in this area. All right, we did it. Finally, it's the Manchurian pines. Now, these are a bit unknown to me. All I know is that they do grow into this beautiful red color, and size-wise, they look to be pretty hefty straight pines. I have no idea how much wood they'll yield or how long it'll take them to mature, but I wouldn't be surprised if it took something like 5 years. I just have no idea. So this is an experiment, decoration, and an investment in the farther future. They're all done. We'll return the planter and get on with the next big job here in June, the barley harvest. First step is to pull the trailer to the workshop and get it converted to hold grain. It can do 8,000 liters, which isn't great, but it'll certainly do. And I'll tell you though, I've got my eyes on the used equipment sales for a bigger trailer in case something comes up. We'll just park it here in the nice shade, get the Massey Ferguson, and start harvesting. It feels good to be running the combine again, and soon it'll start being a very busy piece of equipment. Look at my straw bales. I totally forgot those were there until I saw them right now. This yield looks like it's coming along very similar to last year's wheat. Once around the header and we'll unload. Well, I had a little video capture problem, but as we do this last strip, I'll tell you what you missed. I decided to hire a worker to do most of the middle inside the headland to get an idea of the cost. We paid out about $400, and it would have probably been around $500 to finish it. So that's not bad. We were able to keep harvesting while we unloaded the trailer a couple times, and we were even able to get a little baling done. We're going to have to start using hired workers more and more because we're getting to that point where you just need to get all the different chores done. We'll dump the last bit of harvest directly from the combine into the silo, and we might as well keep the combine handy. We have the oats to harvest next month. Okay, time for kind of another new thing. A long time back, we bought our baler and grass roller used. We never repaired them back to full operational quality. You can see here, our baler is being pulled at 8 miles per hour. I'm pretty sure we lost some speed from it getting so worn. Let's check what it says in the store. Yeah, 10 miles per hour. So it's definitely slowed down, which is something we're going to fix as long as we have the money. This is a hard mode challenge, so we sometimes have to get by just however we can, but more and more, I'm going to be reinvesting in keeping things up to a quality measure. This baler is the first thing, and I'll tell you, I'm afraid what the price is going to be. It's expensive, $5,500, but we're doing it. There, fully repaired. Let's see if it made a difference like I'm hoping. Better than expected, 11 miles per hour, which is a little faster than even what it said in the store. So it was worth it. I mean, look at it. It's visually faster. That'll save us some time on the fields, reduce the hours and wear on the tractor and baler, use less diesel, just good all around. Nine bales. We have a new and improved way of clearing those bales off the field with our auto stacker, so let's park our fully refurbished baler back in the shed and get the auto stacker. This is going to be so fast. All right, 9 straw bales added to the side of the field, and it does feel incredibly good to have taken the financial hit to get a fully repaired and high-functioning baler. And we won't need to do that again for quite a while. What we need to do next is continue with the quality treatment and get that field limed and completely sorted to its fullest potential with our double fertilization cover crop. In the next episode. I've also got another big goal to drop on you. I just hope the farm is up to the task. See you in the next one.